Shalom, this is part two of the city that bombed itself. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the waters of the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. To start this part off, we're going to get on the scripture right here, Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. And it reads, "For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory he hath sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of the Lord of his eye." Exactly. So, whether they're wrong or right, the Lord, in fact, does have a favorite nation. He has a certain people that he holds to a high standard, all right, a big place in their, in his heart. And it's the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the people that descend from them. The Lord holds you to high esteem. He holds you to the highest standard. And the so-called white man, all right, whether it be a police officer, whether it be a mayor of a city, whatever, he doesn't care about that, man. All he cares about is bringing pain onto you and destroying you, because as I read in the beginning, he has that perpetual hatred towards you, man. But little does the so-called white man know that anyone who touches the Lord's nation, the Lord's favorite nation, is touching the apple of the Lord's eye. So that judgment is coming unto them, man. This lesson is not only to expose, some information that maybe hasn't been brought out in a while, but it's also to show our people, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the people that descend from them, that the so-called white man really hates you, man. And he will use all type of technology, all matter of technology. As we read in the article, it was a satchel bomb, all right, with C4. This is what this man is willing to do to destroy you. We got this video here from Vice. Hopefully it does not get copyright. I'm gonna try to stop the video every now and then so I can say a couple things, but it's a really good video. And let's see how it goes.
Tonight. There is a small war underway on a street in Philadelphia tonight.
There was gunshots, thousands of rounds of bullets from the police.
Police moved in with tear gas and water cannon.
They wanted to kill our children.
I had recommended to use an explosive entry device.
The house shook. Smoke was coming in, so we knew they dropped the bomb on us.
Police allowed the blaze to burn an hour and a half before calling in firefighters.
I don't care what they said. There was no justification for what they did.
They done burned up 2 blocks. Explain that.
I never...
An hour and a half to let the blaze burn. Think about how demented you have to be, man. Think about how much hatred needs to be in your heart for you to not only drop a bomb on a residential neighborhood block, but also to let the blaze burn for 90 minutes before actually calling first responders, man.
Imagine that the government would drop a bomb on a row house in Philadelphia.
It's an embarrassment to the city of Philadelphia.
My name is Ramona Africa, and I was there when the police dropped a bomb on me and my family May 13th of 1985 and killed 11 of my family members. I was there. I was born and raised in West Philadelphia. I went to Temple University and I was headed to law school. But after I met MOVE, I wanted to be a revolutionary. MOVE is a revolutionary organization founded by John Africa that believes in revolution, not in fighting and bloodshed, but true revolution. I joined MOVE in 1979. I was listening to what was happening with MOVE and could not believe that the cops were attacking MOVE the way they were.
Until today, there was a house in Philadelphia filled with people who for years confounded everybody. They called themselves MOVE and never said what that meant. They tried to live in the city as if it were the forest, ignoring modern plumbing, trash collection, or rat control. They offended the neighbors first and then the city, which ordered them out last year. Today, the city went to move them.
As firemen crawled forward with a water hose, shots rang out.
The Move 9 were 9 of our sisters and brothers who were arrested unlawfully for the murder of a police officer and given a 30 to 100-year sentence.
Last December, 9 MOVE members went on trial for the death of Officer Ramp.
Everybody knew that Move did not kill a cop because Move was in the basement. Officer James Ramp was standing up on street level, and the media said he was shot on a downward angle. So there's no way that Move could have shot him.
They wear their hair in dreadlocks because they reject combs as symbols of industrialization, which their back to nature philosophy opposes. Their basic goal is to overthrow the present system of government, which they consider to be corrupt.
People thought Move was crazy at that time because of the media.
They spew out obscenities when they talk.
Terrible language.
Rizzo,
And as always, man, a lot of the people who will, and this is a lesson to us brothers, man. A lot of the people who will throw you under the bus is gonna be our own people, man. You know? Sadly, a lot of the people who are gonna throw us under the bus will be our own people, as you saw there, man. Granted, I'm not saying that these people were angels by any meaning. These people were not doing noble work. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that the complaints did not help.
it moved out of Philadelphia.
It's amazing that this group has been running loose now for half a dozen, couple, 3, 4 years that I know of, and they should have been in prison many, many months ago.
We moved into Osage Avenue because that was our headquarters. It was warm and loving. There was children there. We would take them to the park. That was mainly our day. Some people said we was on a loudspeaker day and night every day. That was just a lie, probably promulgated by the police along with the media. We were getting along with our neighbors and nothing was going on. That's why we were surprised and shocked when hundreds of cops invaded our area trying to throw Move out of our home. And this was on Sunday, Mother's Day.
There is a small war underway on a street in Philadelphia tonight. It has been going on all day between hundreds of Philadelphia police and a bizarre back-to-nature group called MOVE.
Nothing happened all day. But that night, Gregor Sambour, the police commissioner, got on a loudspeaker and said, "Attention, MOVE, this is America. You have 15 minutes to come out." Well, obviously, we didn't come out because we knew they wanted to kill us. They didn't want to arrest us. They could have done that anytime.
It was shortly before 6 a.m. when police moved in with tear gas and water cannon to evict members of the extremist group MOVE.
When we were in the basement for a while, we didn't feel anything. And then the water started coming down on us. I mean, rushing down on us.
What we intended to do was to create a diversion on the roof of the MOVE compound.
It was hard to breathe. Our children were soaking wet. And then they started with the tear gas.
Tear gas started coming in. We got the blankets and it was wet until we couldn't move our heads and started running down.
They blew a hole in the house to the left of us to try to come through it to come after us.
What we wanted them to do was to come out of the front of
See, so there is a concerted effort by the police to essentially kill everybody in this home on this movement. And, the response was the way that it was because you already know how Esau do, man. Esau hate when the so-called blacks buck up. That's why that the Rizzo guy, the mayor Rizzo, it mentioned him, but then the police commissioner, what is it, Milton Bragg or whatever, she mentioned his name. He said, "This is America. And in America, you best not behave the way you do, man. The way you think that you're going to want to behave, man, because the so-called white man got America. This is his land, man. Not really his land, but this is his kingdom."
Wet until we couldn't move our heads and started running down.
They blew a hole in the house to the left of us to try to come through it to come after us.
What we wanted them to do was to come out of the front of 6221 Osage and surrender.
We tried to get out after that. We tried to bring the kids out and we shot back into the house.
A gun battle erupted.
They shot over 10,000.
And then when you hear the police say shots fired or that a gun battle ensued, that may or may not be true. You need to take that with a grain of salt, man, because Esau will bold-facedly lie to justify putting a black man, woman, or child to death. It's business as usual. You know,
1,000 bullets. So that was their intent, to kill everybody in that house.
I don't think that they should kill the people and their babies. They should find another solution.
After that, that's when the silence was. It was a long interval of silence, and we didn't know what they were doing. We felt comfortable for a minute. And then the bomb was dropped. The house shook. It shook. And then we start feeling the heat and the smoke, which we knew wasn't tear gas. We knew there was a fire in the house. We heard the crackling of the trees that was in back of Post 8.
The night skies over West Philadelphia, bright with flames. As many as 60 buildings may be on fire.
I was told, and I saw newspaper issues about people yelling to the firefighters to put the fire out. Why wasn't they putting the fire out?
They dropped a bomb on the house to take care of one move family. One move out, they done burn up 2 blocks. Explain that.
It was all in the newspaper that Sanborn told the fire commissioner to let the fire burn.
The fire burned for an hour and a half before police called in firefighters. Tonight, it is unknown exactly how many MOVE members may have escaped the blaze, or how many perhaps were trapped inside.
you know, so that's what Esau is all about, man. You know, that's what Esau is all about. Esau is about causing as much pain and destruction, man, especially when you're not going with his program, you're not following his orders, man.
We all decided we was coming out, and we were bringing the children out of the house and hollering to the police, we're coming out, we're bringing the children out. And their response was gunshots. Birdie was right behind me. So when I decided to come out, I grabbed him. And that's how we both got out of that house, that blazing inferno. Police grabbed me and arrested me and put handcuffs on my arms, even though I was burnt. And they grabbed Birdie and put him in a police van and took him away. I never saw him again. In the hospital, I was looking for the rest of my family to come in, and nobody came in behind me. And that's when I knew some of my family, at least, were dead.
Philadelphia police this morning continue searching for more bodies in the burned rubble of a West Philadelphia neighborhood.
One by one, 4 bodies of MOVE members were found in the rubble of their fortress home. The toll now higher than most had expected.
5 children and 6 adults. Nobody was ever arrested for the murder of my family. Nobody went to jail but me. I was arrested. I was the only one put on trial for arson, conspiracy, everything that they did, they charged me with. The jury found me guilty. I was sentenced to 16 months to 7 years. So I did the whole 7 years. I have it.
See, man, that's Esau for you, man. Esau will literally drop a bomb on your ass. You know? This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like the other men. Exactly, man. The so-called white man is not in trouble like other men. He is not plagued like the other men. And that's why nothing happened, man. Let a so-called black militia drop a bomb in a white neighborhood. They will give those men hundreds of years in prison. They might even get the death penalty. The police might kill them on sight. You know? It's just that they are not plagued like us, man. They're not treated like us in the world, man. They make the laws. They make the laws. They write the laws. And they know that the system is made to protect them. So this was part 2. We'll get to part 3 in the next video. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashi Yahweh Shai. Hope this lesson is edifying, and until next time, shalom.